Welcome back. You're watching Live from Paris. It's time now for Media Watch with James Creedon. We find out what's making the buzz in the world of media. Good evening to you, James.
Good evening, Laura.
Now, a bit of breaking news before we begin. Former French Prime Minister Dominique de Villepin has said he won't be running for the presidency.
That's right. Nicolas Sarkozy's nemesis, sometime nemesis over the last 5 years. They even fought it out in court, essentially, over the Clearstream case, which was an ongoing soap opera in French politics for about a year or two. Anyway, he didn't get his 500 signatures. He said
he'd need a miracle.
He said he'd need a miracle to get the 500 signatures, which is what every candidate needs to get, the 500 signatures from mayors around the country in order to run for the presidency. So he wasn't much of a threat to Nicolas Sarkozy, it must be said. He wasn't scoring very high in the polls, but it does now seem like he has been ruled out of the race.
So not one, but two Dominiques all out of the the race for the Elysee.
Dominique is a cursed name, it seems, for presidential wannabes.
All right, let's move on because it is 1 year since the uprising began in Syria. Thousands of people killed and tortured. But it seems that the president, Bashar al-Assad, and his wife, the British-born Asma, are not particularly bothered. That's according to The Guardian, anyway.
That's right. They got their hands on the so-called Assad emails. And now these were emails exchanged between the first couple in Syria between June of last year and early February of this year, intercepted by members of the opposition Supreme Council of the Revolution. So you've got lots of just banal conversations between a husband and a wife. Also details about possibly seeking refuge in Doha. That was one detail that came out. But really a lot of frivolous details coming out about their private life, which a lot of people have looked at with very critical eye. Headlines such as this: Assad buys from iTunes as Homs is shelled. So it emerged in these emails that he had been going through a third party in the US
because
to
he
buy.
had to get around the sanctions, didn't he?
Right, because the US had placed sanctions on him. So in order to buy music for his iPod or his iPhone, he had to go via a third party in the US. And we also know that Asma was buying all sorts of luxury items, such as these, it must be said, pretty disgusting shoes. Look at them.
No comment.
She could, you could, if you got a kick in the behind with them, you'd certainly feel it, I think. Now look at this headline: horrible Syrian leader secretly buys horrible songs on iTunes.
Right, he's into Right Said Fred, isn't he?
That's right. The Telegraph had that as well.
They're not so bad.
I think let's take a look at this video. This isn't, as somebody said earlier today, it's not very halal. If we take a look at this particular piece of music, I think it's what's the name of the hit? I've forgotten it now.
I'm Too Sexy for My Shirt. Is that the one?
It's Right Said Fred, and I can't remember the actual name of the hit, but he did download this.
He downloaded the video or the song?
He downloaded the song, not the video. I suppose I should be specific about that. Now, a number of different journalists have reacted to it. Bazi Kanani, who works for ABC, the ABC network, she says, well, that's definitely reason for the international community to act. So she's been kind of flippant. Others are saying, God, iTunes, they should be sued for allowing him to download music while our people are being killed. So varied reactions there, from people poking fun at the Assads to others saying, look, it's absolutely incredible that they were having any kind of a normal lifestyle while cities such as Homs and Daraa were being carpet bombed.
All right, okay. Well, let's move on, because we talked about Dominique de Villepin, didn't we? Dominique Strauss-Kahn, the other Dominique who's not in the running to be president, is to be the subject of a new film.
That's right. And the man who is due to I suppose, what would you say? Play him is the word. Gérard Depardieu, well-known French actor.
Yes.
Anyway, he gave an interview to Swiss television yesterday, Radio Télévision Suisse. Now, Gérard Depardieu, worth pointing out, he supports Nicolas Sarkozy. You saw him there at the Villepinte rally for Nicolas Sarkozy last Sunday.
Might have something to do with François Hollande's 75% tax on millionaires. We're just speculating.
But let's have a look at what he said about Dominique Strauss-Kahn to Swiss television.
Oui, parce que je l'aime pas. Donc je vais le faire.
Pourquoi vous ne l'aimez pas?
Il n'est pas aimable. Qu'est-ce que vous pensez?
Arrogance?
Je pense qu'il est un peu comme tous les Français. Un peu arrogant, oui. Je n'aime pas trop les Français, d'ailleurs. Surtout comme lui.
Il est très français, Dominique Strauss-Kahn, pour vous? Pourquoi?
Très, très. Il est arrogant, il est suffisant, il est jouable.
All right. right, Gerard Depardieu making his feelings pretty clear there. We're going to end with a picture of François Hollande. It's
All
getting a bit
right,
of
let's
stick
take a
on
look
the
at this.
internet.
People have been saying, what is this? Do Libération have a bone to pick with François Hollande? And it is a very, very unflattering photo of him. His face
not
looks
that bad, is
well, his
it?
face looks like it's melting. I think it's pretty bad. But anyway, no.
You're very harsh, James.
Some commentators have been saying, what is this? Do they actually have a bone to pick with him? Because you always see him looking well, looking smiley, etc.
Looking slim because he lost a lot
That's
of weight,
right.
didn't he?
And, I suppose maybe even you could say, what's the word? Photoshopped. Just a quickly to point out on our
Yes.
website, you can check this out, Social Media Buzz, to see what themes are buzzing on social media ahead of the French presidential election.
All right, and you can follow James on Twitter as well, can't we?
That's right. James Creedon, F24.
Excellent. Good stuff. James Creed, many thanks indeed. Stay tuned. It's time now for Web News.